what's up, guys? Dale Valor here from Modern Valor Dating. Listen, sometimes you see this attractive girl who you just, in your mind, is the one. You're like, man, like she's just everything I'm looking for, and I'm gonna step to her and I'm going to lock her in. And then, lo and behold, after time goes by, you're in a relationship and maybe something happens and you break up. Or here's the same girl and you're like, oh, she's the one. I gotta get her. And then you step to her and she's not with it. And then you're like, but nobody else is gonna compare. And I gotta get this girl. And you know what? That's okay. I'll be in the friend zone. That's all right. Just as long as I get to be around her. Maybe I'll win her over. And no other girl can compare to her. And I'm gonna invest all my time into her. What is the problem with that? Well, I'm going to break it down for you, but what that's called is oneitis. Why is it called that? It's because she's the one, and you're putting all your effort into that one, all your emotional energy into that one, and you're not with her. Either, like I said, you're in a relationship and you broke up, or you just never had her in the first place. And you're still investing all this emotional energy. Everything that you're doing is to try to get her. Nothing else matters. Look, man, that is a huge problem for you, okay? And you probably recognize that that's a problem. And if you do, I'm gonna break down some ways to get out of oneitis. We're gonna hop into that right now. Let's get it. Hey guys, wanted to take this quick time out just to remind you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. You are doing yourself a tremendous favor if you do that. Why? Because if you're getting value out of this content, which I truly believe that you should be, how else are you going to see it on a regular basis in the most convenient way possible? But to subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, man, because look, we want to be able to get these videos to you in a timely way. So listen, subscribe, man, hit the notification bell, leave a comment on something that you want us to cover, or you want to continue the conversation moving forward about what we're talking about in the video. You can hit that thumbs up button, share it with somebody that you know needs to see it. And I know that everybody watching this has somebody who could benefit from this information. So please share it out there. All right, we're going to hop back into the video. Let's get it. Number one, she's human. All right, stop putting these girls, in particular this girl that I'm talking about, on a pedestal. She's a human being. She's not an angel. She's not some majestic creature. All she is just a girl, that's of a different gender than you. But she's a human being, and that's it, man. Like, I get it, if she's attractive and you like her personality and all that kind of stuff. I get that. And I could see how that you might see that as being a benefit to you. I get that too. But at a certain point in time, what is the cost? You're neutering yourself. You're giving up everything about you, investing it into her, and she's not reciprocating. Like I said, she's a human being. Why are you doing all this, right? She's not as special as what you may think. Listen, she's not an angel, and I'm going to be really gross right now, all right? That same girl has shit her pants. She's probably bled through her period pads. She's gross. She's a person, just like you are. She's just a human being. She puts on her pants the same way you do, all right? There's not any reason for you to be investing all that emotional energy, man. Look, there's so many other girls out there. Even though you see her as being that special one, she is not. You have fallen for the okie doke, all right? And she's probably not even trying to get you to fall for the okie doke. She's probably tired of you at this point. But the thing is, if she's not with it, then let it go, man. And just understand that she's a person. She's not somebody a cut above everybody else. She's just a person who got lucky in the gene pool. That's all, okay? All right, we're going to get to number two. Let's go. Number two, it's about you. See, the problem here isn't her, the problem is you. Why do you have this hole inside you that needs filled with this validation from this one person? Okay? It's about the fact that you don't feel like you're complete without this particular individual, like you're half a man or something like that. Or, I mean, it's still about you, but another way to look at it is it's ego. You don't feel like you're good enough unless you're able to get her. Dude, that's all bullshit, man. Like, that's a terrible perspective and a terrible way to look at it. Because even if you do get her, it's still going to be about you. It's not going to be about the two of us or her or anything like that. It's going to be about the codependency that you're going to subject this girl to, because all the emotional entanglement that you're going to have caught up with this girl is going to be about fulfilling and pumping up your ego. And if she doesn't do that, you're going to resent her for it. And odds are you probably resent her a little bit now because she's not giving you what you feel like you need. But it's not her position to do that. That's not what she's here for. You are here to fulfill your own needs. Okay? If you're relying on other people to do it, you're going to be disappointed. All right? Your self-esteem should not be on the basis of somebody else. It's your self-esteem, meaning you, right? So that needs to be generated from within, and the goals that you set for yourself and you being on your purpose and accomplishing things in life and leveling up, those are all things that are on you. That girl has nothing to do with any of that. So don't let this idealized girl that you put on a pedestal affect you to that degree, man. You know? So look, understand that it's not about her, that all this issue, all this oneitis that you're dealing with is about you. What I want you to do is in the comment section, drop in there what you feel like your purpose is and stick to that, man. If you stick to that, it's not going to leave time for you to even focus on this girl. All that time that you're doing focusing on her is all time that you could be spending leveling up yourself. Okay? All right, we're going to get to number 3. Let's go. Number 3, get back out there. Man, get back on the saddle, dude. One of the best ways to overcome oneitis is to get back out there and start kicking it with other girls and start seeing who resonates with you and who doesn't. And you're going to start seeing that image that you put up there on that pedestal, that idea of her, because it's not even her, it's an idea of her, okay? But the thing is, that is going to start to fade. Why? Because other girls that resonate with you, you also find attractive and is cool and you like hanging out with and spending time with and things like that, that is going to start making that image fade. Like, you ever seen like Back to the Future, right? Where Marty's got the picture of him, his brother, and his sister. And as his parents are starting to find other people to be with, because he's changing the past, the people in the picture start fading because it's like they never existed. All right? That's what's going to happen for you. When you start kicking it with other girls, that picture that you're holding of her, that idea of her is going to start to fade. And you're going to start connecting with other people that's going to stimulate your confidence and your self-esteem and things like that. Now notice I said stimulate, not create. Okay, so it's okay to get some assurance and to get some validation, but it's not okay to rely on that. All right, so we're gonna get into number 4. Let's get it. Number 4, don't compare. See, in the last point, we were talking about getting back out there, right? Okay, so here's the deal. You get back out there. Don't hang on to that picture that I talked about and start looking at all these other girls and no, doesn't add up. No, doesn't compare. No, that doesn't meet the cut. You know, don't do that. Don't take this idea and try to compare every girl to it, because if you do, you're likely to not find anybody, because you have this idea in your head that this girl is so great, nobody else can compare, and it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy, because you're going to be looking for things. You're going to be looking for red flags that don't even matter. All that's going to prove to do is just not let you get with anybody, because all you're doing is just compare, 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 and nothing compares in your mind. So how is anybody going to compete with that? They're competing with a ghost. They're competing with somebody that doesn't even exist, because that girl that you're putting up on a pedestal that you have the oneitis for, she doesn't exist either. She exists in the physical realm, but the idea of her, everything that you think is great, is not human, right? Like we talked about before. So if you're comparing mortal people with deities that you built up in your mind, they're never going to compare, and they're competing with something that doesn't even exist. And that is not fair to you, because you're the one that's going to be missing out on opportunities because you're comparing them to something that is a fugazi, does not even exist. All right, we're going to get number 5. Let's go. Number 5, she's not for you. All right, so as perfect as she may seem to you, she's not. And the proof is that she's not with you. If she was perfect for you, she'd be right there with you. So the thing is, right then and there, you should recognize if she's not willing to be with you, then she's not for you. Now, I could say, for example, I want a Lamborghini, and that is for me. That Lamborghini is for me. But if I can't pay for it, I guess it's not really for me, is it? Because unless I steal it, I'm not going to be driving it. So that's the thing, man. Understand, like all these points that we talked about, and I get it, oneitis can be a tough thing to deal with, man. It can be tough to root out. But if you do these things, it's going to help you, and it's going to set you in the right direction. And it's going to start getting your mindset right so you're not dealing with that. See, the thing is, you don't resonate with her for whatever reason, and that's okay. That's not a problem. Stop looking at it like, if I was only better, if I could only do this, if I could only do this for her, if I could only build her a house, if I could only slay the dragon, if I could only learn mystical powers, if I could only create a universe, like, come on, dude. Like, and why would you, even if you could do all that, why are you doing it for her? What has she done for you in your life aside from give you oneitis? Tell me some positive things that have happened. Even if she's your friend, and she maybe helped you with this or that, like, come on, man. Like, you could get other people to do that stuff. You don't have to be reliant on her, and you shouldn't be reliant on her to fulfill emotional needs for you. Okay, so listen. We talked about getting back on the horse. We talked about getting out there. So when you get back out there, what are you going to do? All right, so we did a video on opening a little while back, man, and this is where it's all going to restart for you. So what I want you to do is go there, check that video out. We go really deep on it, and we're going to be talking about how you can get out there and start sparking up conversations with new girls so you don't deal with the issue of oneitis. All right, man, I will see you there.